Okay, so we are the Linckes, as you all know, and we just wanted to share some positive vibes with each and every one of you as we are all going through COVID-19, shelter in place, social distancing, right? And
Yes.
safe at home practices. So we wanted to share with you some of the things that we have done, some of the things that we are thankful for during this time, the positives that have come out of it, and we want to share those with you, and hopefully you can implement, and then you can share some of the things that you have done with the extra time that you have had with your family.
So one of the positive things, at least that I think we incorporate, I mean, kids are home, so schools are doing remote learning, which for elementary and high school age students is not typical. So that puts a huge burden on parents to then become not only mom and dad, but also Mr. and Mrs. teacher throughout the day, and it's a challenge. So what we've done to try to help us navigate through that is come up with a schedule. We let them create their own schedule as deemed appropriate for them or that they kind of want to follow, and then we throw the remote learning aspect into that and incorporate it in it. So they're structured, they're on a schedule that they help create, which I think they get more out of it because it's up to them to create their schedule, so it's around what they want to do. So that's helped.
Right. So let's talk about that for a minute. So week 1, right? So this is week 4 of the children being home, and for me being home as well. Week 3 for Patrick because shelter in place started week after week 1 ended, the weekend. And so for the first week, the children weren't really on a schedule, and so pretty much close to the end of the week, we had a discussion, and I was just like, you guys have to be on a schedule because it was very important to still wake up and to have a routine, so when it is time to go back to school, to work, or to regular scheduling, that it would not be such an adjustment. And so with everything that my husband said, is like we gradually added things each week. We added something new, and like he said, remote learning started last week, and so that changed up the schedule that we had for the first 2 weeks, and we had to put that in, and us as parents to readjust to that as well, and to know what the children needed to do for remote learning. I remember spending that Monday morning last week just trying to figure it out, to navigate my way through so I could help at least Sierra and PJ. Janessa is pretty self-sufficient, so is Sierra, but I just kind of wanted to know what was happening, and so that's important. Parents, know what is happening. Even though your children may be old enough to do it themselves, you need to be accountable as well to help them remain accountable, so when they go back to school they will be ready. And so a schedule is really important, but it's also important to remain very flexible with that schedule because things change. Like Patrick mentioned, the remote learning change. We knew it was coming, but it took till the 3rd week for it to come, and so we had to adjust our schedule. So it's important to have a schedule so the children and us as adults are in a routine, but it's also important to be flexible as that changes because this is new to each and every one of us. What's one of the things that we have been doing, PJ?
Do puzzles together.
So he said we do puzzles together. So puzzles started a few weeks prior to COVID-19 coming to us, right? As a child, I did puzzles with my siblings. It was something that we enjoyed doing, and for weeks and months on end, I was saying to my husband and to the kids, I enjoyed doing puzzle when I was a child. I want to incorporate that in our family time. And so we started doing that, and we had completed 1 puzzle as a family, and then COVID came, and we have done 2 other puzzles since then, and we have several more to do. So we incorporate puzzles, and we don't just do the family activity together. We make sure that we don't have our technologies, our phone, our tablets, our laptops when we do that. We sometimes do TV because that's our family time as well. We may watch a series of something that we like to do as a family. What else, Sierra?
Every day of the week, of the weekday, somebody else has their workout day, so you make a schedule of your workout plan, and then at a time where our mom or dad are like free for their work, we do that. Yeah, so each of us has like a workout day.
Yeah, so we implemented workout last week. Like I said, everything is gradually adding to the schedule. It's not all at once. And so last week we started working out together because the children do not have gym because they're no longer at school, and it's good to keep them active, and it's good for us as adults to keep active because we are home. We're not going out to the car, we're not driving, we're not walking to lunch or to whatever we would do as adults to get some to move our bodies. And again, the kids aren't doing gym, so we started family workouts. And so each of us create a schedule like Sierra had said, and we lead the workout, and that has been fun. It's my day today, so I need to get cracking on that. So that's one tip: work out together as a family, or that's tip 3 or 4, whatever number that is. Another one.
Every day someone else makes lunch and then we all sit and eat lunch together.
Yeah, so that after the first week, that was implemented on week 2, because the first week the kids were all making their own lunches. They were making different things. I was like, hold up. We got to conserve, we've got to ration. And really for me, it was community, right? Because we talk about caring for the community, we talk about caring for others, and really your first community is your home with the people that you're with. I grew up learning your first institution of learning is your home. And so how we learn to take care of others, how we learn to love others is by the people that we live with in our home. And so I really wanted to create a community at home for the children, and especially during lunchtime. We eat dinner together when we can at the dinner table if we're not working or if somebody's not at a class or wherever we need to be under normal circumstances, but we seldom get to eat lunch together because we're at work and at school. And so each person, well, the girls mainly, make lunch, and we all sit and we have a lunch together. So create a community at home, that extra love that you're not able to exhibit under normal circumstances. It's a good time to do that. And I enjoy eating what the girls make and sitting down and having lunch with them. Honey?
Yeah, that's been really one of my favorite parts, aside from almost killing them doing my workout.
Yeah, he did it Friday, and I don't know, that's like boot camp.
But really spending time with everyone during lunch, having lunch with them, that's something that I personally don't get to do on a daily basis because I'm away at work. So having that time to really sit down, block off time from my day and have lunch with everyone and talk or just sit and stare out the window while we eat is been really fun for me.
Yeah, and so I would say, I'm always honest and transparent. Week 1 was really, 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 really hard for me as a parent. I love my children and I love being around them, and I've said this a few times already on a different sites and to different people, that it was kind of thrown on us, right? And so to prepare for that, and being a student myself, and I had midterms due that were past due, there was so much stress from that, and to get the children on a schedule, it was kind of hard. So I know some of you have struggled and are struggling. Don't be embarrassed and don't be ashamed. It's week 4 and we finally got it down, right? And that doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. There's always going to be wrenches. So reach out for help when you need help. There's always online resources. I know a lot of teachers out there are willing to help. So whatever week you're on with your children being out of school and whatever, just appreciate it. Just take it day by day and be very honest with everything. But I would say to really appreciate the time, even though I know I cried almost every day of the first week, it wasn't that I didn't want to be with the children. It was just to deal with the adjustment and again the stresses I had with school. So take those things a day at a time. You're not a bad parent, you're not a bad mom, you're not a bad dad for the struggles you face with the adjustment. And even if you are a homeschool parent and your children are homeschooled, please talk to them about COVID-19. Don't let them hear it on the news. Don't let them see it on social media. You be the first one to present the dialogue to them so you can present it to them in a safe way and in a place where they can ask the questions that they need to ask. But truly enjoy the time at home with your family for as long as it lasts. There are going to be growing pains within it, but hopefully we all come out of it loving each other a little bit more. So that's what the Linckes have been up to. What have you been up to? What new things have you done that you weren't able to do and that you are doing now, or what new things do you plan to do? And one thing that we talked about last week that we're going to do this week is that we're going to pray together as a family. The kids are like, Mom, we already pray, but I want us to pray. I asked them if we could all pray together as a family for those who have died from COVID-19, their families, and for those who are sick because of COVID-19, and for everyone else in the world that are affected in some way by COVID-19. So that's our new thing for this week. Check in on everybody, call someone, FaceTime them, call them on the phone, don't just text them, and check in on those who may live in homes that aren't as safe. Please check in. So until then, please let us know what you are doing.
Bye.
Bye.